Hello everybody, it's Patty here with Patty Stitches. Today is July the 2nd, 2025, and this is episode 313. And on today's show, I have whips to show you, so sit back, relax, grab your beverage of choice, water for me, your craft of choice, and let's chat. So, how was everybody's week? Mine was really good. I had an eye appointment that did go off. I don't really need new glasses. I haven't really had a change in my prescription in the last 3 years, I think. It's been just little tweaks, but nothing miraculous that I need to change my lenses, so I'm not going to this year. I did have a hair appointment, as you can tell, that did not go off. I got there on time. I sat there for 10 minutes past my time, and I was starting to not feel real well. And a gentleman walked in wanting to know if he could get his hair cut. So I said, hey, give him my spot. I'm going to go home and relax because my stomach is not a happy camper today. And yeah, and then I was supposed to make she was going to text me. I don't know if she ever did, to make an appointment the next day. So that never panned out. I do have an appointment on the 23rd somewhere else, so I'm just going to stick with the 23rd somewhere else. I haven't decided if I'm going to get a pixie, a bob, like I usually do. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet. I would kind of like to go shorter because, yeah, I need a change. And sometimes you just have to go drastic. I have learned it's only hair and it grows out. I used to get, sorry about this tangent, but I used to get really bad perms, really bad perms. One time I looked like a pyramid. So I have learned through all the tears of these really bad perms that it's only hair and it grows out. So that's the motto here in Casa de Patty. So yeah, so shall we get on with the stitching? Oh no, I forgot to tell you. We had the kids on Sunday, had a great afternoon, had lots of laughs and lots of fun, played with them in the toy room on the floor. It was just a really good weekend. Yeah, the Hubs is doing very well. And in fact, he worked overtime last week. That's right, overtime. Only 2 hours, but that's still really good for him. And his mindset has changed. He was the last year going to work right at 8 o'clock. He wasn't doing any earlier. He used to do earlier all the time. Well, this last 2 weeks, he's been going earlier again. So yeah, he is feeling so much better. He's doing so much better. So yeah, I'm hoping that everything is going really well for him. He did have a doctor's appointment, and the doctor was even really shocked at how well he healed. And they're setting more appointments that he needs, and he's finally taking his health seriously. So hopefully it's not too little too late, but I think it'll be okay. I think so. Knock on wood. So I think that's enough blathering for today. Shall we get on with the stitching? I think so. All right. So I'm going to show you everything that I have stitched on up until today. This Monday I didn't do a lot of stitching, so the Halloween and Hawk Run Hollow did not get worked on. In fact, I completely forgot that I was supposed to work on that Monday. So yeah, you will not be seeing Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow this week. All right, so I worked on The Year of the Woods, The Fox, and this is by Carriage House. Who's this by? Cottage Garden, sorry. Completely the wrong company. So this is Cottage Garden Samplings, The Fox, Year in the Woods. I am stitching this on 36 count Prehistoric by Fox and Rabbit Designs. And I didn't get a lot done. I filled in doing in some more of the white. So I'm gonna get real close so you can see the white there. Yeah, I still have not found my full knit stitching mojo. Haven't found my knitting mojo in quite a while. I only knit with the girls anymore. So yeah, my crafting mojo has gone out the door, and I really do think it's partly this room that I'm sitting in, and it's just partly, I don't know. I don't know if it's the 25 and 25 that's done it. I don't know if it's because the whip go and the 25 and 25. I'm not really sure. I'll have to figure that out though, because it has really slowed. The second project I worked on is Jane Hopkins 1875 by Hands Across the Sea. And I'm stitching this one on 36 count Legacy Edinburgh linen by Picture This Plus. And this one I did get quite a bit done. I think I did no, I didn't do the strawberry, but I got the bird and the tree in. And then I started working on the rest of that top border. So the top border is laid out. I just have to put the border in, I believe. Yeah, that the flower, this page flower is done. So this page is completed, if I'm thinking correctly. Yes. So page 2 is done, right? Let me look, sorry. Yes, page 2 is done. And so I just have page 3, and there's a little bit of page 4. Yeah. So page 3, and then like page 3 is like here, and then page 4 is here. So next time I bring this out, I'll be working on the flower. And there's a big, huge flower thing right here too. So, but that's where I'm at on Jane Hopkins. And this one I totally love stitching on, as you all know. And the silks are so beautiful. I love them so much. Okay. Then I worked on Thornhill Sampler. And that is by Rosewood Manor. And it's being stitched on a 28 count gingerbread linen by Picture This Plus, using the called for, I think they're weeks. Are they weeks? I guess I could look, right? Yep, they are all weeks dye works. So, sorry. Take another drink here. Sorry about that. My throat is just really dry today. So, I finished up all of the pink flowers. So, I believe, yes, all of the pink is done except for the bottom. There's a little bit more, a different color pink that goes in the bottom. So, I'll work on that. And then the bird the next time this comes out, or the next time I feel like stitching on it. That's about where I'm at with these. Oh shoot, I forgot Whip Go. I need to tell you guys about Whip Go. I'll do that in plans. Okay, and then I worked on Autumn Bee, which is a blue flower design. And I am stitching this one on this is the called for fabric. Yes, using the called for floss and the called for fabric, which is Dinky Dyes is the called for floss, and the fabric is 32 count French Country linen by Witchell. So I finished the rose and started working on the leaves. So this is the end of half of the page, I think. How are these broken up? No, this is the end of the first page. So I did that. Yeah. Just trying to think of anything else. No, I only worked on the row, finishing up the rows and this. And this was like my second project of that day. I just kind of threw it in just to do a little bit because I felt like working with the dinky dies. So that's where I'm at. And there are 3 different color of reds in that rose, which is kind of hard to see. So my suggestion, if you wanted to save money, you really can't tell the difference. So you could do DMC. I think the DMC equivalents would probably be okay. All right. And then I will show you what I worked on. I worked on Put a Bird on It yesterday and last week. Wow, my voice. Sorry, guys. I did work on it. Sorry about that. Okay, and this is a stitch along with Sunshine Stitchers. And this is by Modern Folk Embroidery. And I just dropped everything on the floor. And I am using, I forgot to look up what, it's like a grayish blue, a grayish blue fabric, and I think it is a 36 count. I did finish June yesterday, which actually is June and July, part of July. And since I am off somewhere, I'm going to go back down to the bottom for the rest of July. So here is where I'm at. I finished this red yesterday. I did some more of the letters. So the, where is it? Right here. I finished the R, the W, and the I. And then I came over here and did the H and the Z. So I will be doing the other bird motif here for July. And then, like I said, in August, I'm doing the big center one. Oh, okay. It's like, wait, what's going on here? Here we go. There. So, but here, this is what it's looking like so far. And I'm liking how it's working. This is Silks for You colors that I just pulled. Yeah. So that's where this one is at. And almost done with it. It'd be really nice to get it done. I keep dropping stuff. So yeah, so I worked on this last week and on Monday. No, Tuesday. Monday I didn't do any really stitching. So that was the Tuesday, which I always do put a bird on it the first day of the month. That's the very first thing I work on. All right, so then I also have been working on Once Upon a Fairy Tale by Amy Stewart, which is a Heaven and Earth Designs and Arts by Amy Stewart. I am stitching this on 25 count easy guide 1/1 using the called for DMC. I worked on this until Saturday. So I'm not even 1% done. So that is how much I got accomplished in this last go around. So now this is getting put away until next year. And we will discuss next year's plans later, because I'm still formulating them. But yeah, this one was fun, and I really wanted to get it. I really do want to get a good bit of this done. Okay, sorry. So Saturday, Heaven and Earth Designs released the third bunch of the Sal. So this is a steampunk portal by L&L Designs, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And I'm stitching this one also on 25 count easy count 1/1 with the DMC. And I decided to keep doing the block colors for a couple of the major colors in the block and then going on. So this was my Saturday and Sunday stitch. No, Friday. Is it Friday? That's an awful lot of stitching. And I can't really look it up because I'm recording. So, oh, okay, no, I know why it's confusing me. So this is my Saturday, Sunday, Monday night stitching, and Tuesday night stitching. So I've gotten quite a bit done in the last 4 days. So I really do want to get this done. So this is the end of the project because mine only had 3 clues. So, or 3 releases instead of 4. So yes, very happy with how that is coming along. Yay to that. So plans right now, WIPGO. WIPGO was, I can't remember the numbers, so I'm not going to give you guys the numbers. If you want to know the numbers, let me know or look up Jessie Marie. But mine were O Feathers and Winter Montage. So O Feathers is out getting ready to be stitched on, and of course I stitch on those 2 days in the month. So I think that's probably why I'm getting burnt out between WIPGO and 25 and 25 is I'm have myself so compacted with what I'm stitching on that it's kind of getting monotonous. That's why I started Once Upon a Fairy Tale. I may have, and I know I talked about this before, that I was just going to stop 25 and 25, but I haven't done that yet. I tried. I came in here on Saturday or Sunday night when I was done stitching on this. I came in here and looked around to see if there was something else I wanted to work on, and I pulled it out, got it ready, and was about to put it on the Q-snap, and I folded it back up and put it away. So I need to figure out where my mindset is right now with the stitching and the art and just the crafting. So yeah, because my stitchy bug is slowly fleeing. So I need to figure out what I really want to work on and just work on those projects. I do like working on a different project every day. I enjoy that so much because it's not, I don't get burnt out on the project. But in some instances, I never get back to a project. And then when I get back to the project, I try and I don't like it. So I do need to have a more critical eye at the end of the year and really pull a lot of stuff out of my works in progress and put it in the maybe someday project box. So yeah, so you may be seeing quite a downsizing and a lot of starts next year. So, but we'll see. We shall see. So looking around, I really don't have anything else to talk to you guys about. I hope that you are all staying safe, healthy, and happy. I hope that if you're in the US, that you have a wonderful and safe 4th of July weekend. And I hope that whatever you craft it with your heart's content. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.